I guess to kind of preface this, I wanted to say that I think between now and probably for a while now, I think I'm gonna try to team with ckChris as much as I can, just because he's kind of the only real outgoing triad player that like wants to play doubles or like plays a
Yeah.
character that I can play doubles with pretty well, and we can do pretty well. So,
So yeah, what's your situation with like the character you're playing these days,
like in singles or in doubles.
or just sort of like the whole thing?
Um, so what I'm doing right now is I've been playing Sheik mostly because I started to get really kind of tired of playing Marth back in like April or so. Like, I mean, I don't know if you saw me at Chapel Thrills Meet is Murder, but that tournament I did not really enjoy myself for playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so when I was on my business trip, I was like really thinking about Sheik because I
Oops,
wanted to play her in
sorry, I
doubles.
just accidentally closed the fucking thing.
Oops.
Are you still in the? Did it like shut it down, or are you still in the
No, I'm
room?
still in the room.
Okay, good. Yeah.
But yeah,
All right. Yeah.
anyway, I had thought before about wanting to play Sheik for doubles, but then I also was kind of like, dang, Sheik's just a cool character, and the only game I can really like play her in because she's so cool is melee. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm just gonna mess around with her and see how I like doing her tech, and then after doing it for a little bit, like just practicing with her, I'm like, okay, I kind of like this character, so I think I want to like invest more time into her, and then I decided I wanted to, since like I wanted to really get into the habit of solo practicing daily. I told myself, okay, well, if I want to do this with Sheik, I need to dedicate myself to solo practicing with her and pretty much maining her for like at least 100 days, and keep track of it. So like right now, I'm kind of in the middle of that where I've been counting how many days I've been like solo practicing with her, um, and I have plans on like how I'm gonna incorporate her and Marth into what I play. But like essentially, the end goal is I'm gonna be dual maining both Marth and Sheik.
Okay. But for now, you're trying to play Marth in teams.
Yeah, just because it's easier for me to just kind of like I'm more comfortable playing as Marth in teams right now than I am with Sheik. Though I did play a couple of Sheik friendlies and doubles yesterday, and she felt kind of okay. Um, So I'm assuming. So I would definitely think. I know Ian's told me the more that I get used to playing as Sheik, the better I'll just be in doubles with her.
Mm-hmm.
I still want to play Marth with like a Fox teammate, and then like if I have a Falco teammate, I'd probably play Sheik. But I think just for right now, like based on my teammate situation, if like the best team that I can have is Marth Fox, then I'll stick with Marth.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Sheik just has a better spread of good teams. Fox
Mm-hmm.
Sheik, Falco Sheik, Marth Sheik, Peach Sheik, Sheik Puff, even like Sheik Falcon.
Right.
But yeah, because Chris. So yeah, Marth's best comp being Fox Marth is like if you have a Fox you want to team with, that's totally reasonable to just do that.
Yep.
Um, Chris likes teams and is pretty good at teams, so I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, because I don't think I have many other options in terms of who I could team with because either our good players are inactive or they don't travel or like they don't play a character that I would work well with. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are like I've thought about other like foxes I could team within Triad, but again, they just don't travel to like emerge, and like ckChris is just the first thing that came to mind. So, I don't
I
know
mean, I think
how.
if that works out, that's good. Chris is
Yeah,
probably a good for all those reasons. So I guess let's just check this out. Can you see
yeah, yeah.
the VOD? All right. Um. So actually, what I kind of want to do is just watch like 30 seconds of this uninterrupted, just to kind of
Yeah,
see what
the
you're
drug
doing.
fox method. I see.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So the sense I'm getting from this is that like you have a lot of the right ideas about where you need to be positioned and kind of what you need to be doing.
Oh, I got an error. Do I need to
Uh,
refresh?
it said like I had to turn my ad block off, which is just like I really need to do that.
Weird.
So
Maybe if I refresh.
yeah, I'm gonna do that, but just I'll refresh the page.
Yeah, I'll disable mine too. What were you gonna
All
say?
right. So I think you're. It looks like you have like a pretty good sense of where you need to be and what you need to be doing, but you're kind of slow to react to stuff, or you just like do something that's not terrible, but is just like you could be, or like kind of like the default options you're picking when it's like I just need to do something right now are sort of weird. So I'll point some of this out.
Okay.
So like here, you're just starting by going to top platform. Like it's just sort of what? Why do you want to be Marth on top platform?
I think it's a habit that well, it's a Sheik habit because I like to go to top platform as Sheik, which is better for
Mm-hmm.
Sheik than it is for Marth. So that's kind
Yes.
of part of the reason why. But at the same time, the immediate justification I have is I want Chris to kind of engage with the battle, and I kind of want to. I obviously don't need to be on top platform to do this. That was just my first instinct was to move up there because I wanted to like fall down with a forward air, but I didn't actually end up
Right.
doing
So,
that.
like, okay. Here's what I would say about this. Let me change the rewind speed. Uh. Okay. So like, you want Chris to be running forward like here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like you should either just stay here or you can drop down to like be behind him.
Right.
I feel like if you're gonna go to top platform, what you're trying to do is either call out Falco like doing this kind of thing and grab him
Uh-huh.
like far away from Sheik, which is a little ambitious but not unreasonable. Uh, I should be using green, but whatever. Or you want to like come up here so you can come down and kind of like get behind them and sandwich them or something, which I don't necessarily
Uh,
know if that's good. That feels like weird to do as Marth.
I would think that's a better thing for Fox to do because he falls quicker.
Sure, but otherwise, like if you're trying to come down with this fair like that, that's almost like saying I think Black Chris is going to immediately lose neutral. Because if he wins neutral, the green team is not going to be in that position. Like you're going to be fairing your teammate.
Right.
Like this is good if Black Chris gets hit this way, but right, like the assumption there is that you're thinking, oh, Chris is going to like get hit, and I'm going to have to do something about that.
Right. So would it be better for me instead of jumping up here to just go down here to like
Yes,
horizontally?
I definitely think you either stay here or you go here.
Okay. Because it's better for me to horizontally be on the same area as Chris than it is to be like this.
Well, yeah, because you want that to be inverted. You want Marth to be on the ground and Fox to be on platforms, if that's how
Mm-hmm.
that's going to start. So there's like, I know that we've been doing neutral start now at Emerge, and I'm not entirely sure how like the ports affect where like people start. So maybe that's something to consider where you guys started in a position that's kind of the inverse of what you want. Like maybe I don't know if you switch ports between 2 and 3, that means Chris is here and you're here. That just seems better. I don't know how that works, but maybe something to consider.
Mm.
So, like, okay, this grab that you do, right? This is just. I thought I changed this to be. Maybe I want 1 second. I don't know.
Probably.
I have a very bad sense of relative time. So,
Yeah.
right, like this grab, like, what are you trying to grab?
I saw him shielding, so I was assuming he was gonna try to shield grab.
Sheik or
Sheik, yeah. I did the nair into his shield, and I tried to cross him up.
okay, but you see how like at this point when you land from the nair, where you're thinking like, okay, I naired his shield, I'm gonna like dash stance grab. He's already nairing out of shield.
Right.
So this is like a reaction point kind of thing.
Right, I haven't established a reaction point. My reaction point was that he held shield when I nared him, and typically I'm used to people trying to shield grab there.
Okay, but for that I would say it's like you're making assumptions about what, like you're kind of going for a read at that point.
Right.
When you don't have to, like you're going for the, because I also sort of thought like, oh, maybe you're trying to like grab the fox, which I thought actually that would be pretty good there. You know, you have, okay, you target switch because the Sheik is like out of the way on a platform now.
Mm-hmm.
Or wait, sorry, Fox is your teammate.
Yeah, I was like...
yeah, never mind. Sorry, I thought you were green. So yeah, I think like the nair is fine, but you need to be a little more reactive after that.
Okay, so I could probably try to get in the habit of, if I'm going to do a cross up, instead of immediately going for the grab, just kind of when I get behind them, seeing what they do at first.
Like I feel like the reaction point, if I were to try to point it out, is like, oops, is like you do this dash like at this point, like where it's paused. This is where you're thinking, okay, what's Sheik doing now, or what's happening around me?
Right.
So I think nair dash through, totally reasonable to just like quote unquote autopilot that. But like clearly you can see that Sheik is not even on the ground doing something. It's not like she's wave dashing at a shield and outspacing you, or like spot dodging or rolling.
Right.
Like she's just completely above you there. So you could, I mean, I don't know what you do out of this. Maybe you just like dash back, try to ferret Sheik. Maybe you
up air, up till
sure,
nair.
like any of that stuff.
Just not grab, obviously.
Like yeah,
yeah.
Because you whiff this grab, you get fair grabs, and it doesn't turn out terrible. But part of this is because of your teammates' awareness. Is like Chris is realizing, and see how like he's on top platform.
Yep.
And he's able to just get down there immediately and help you.
Yep.
Which is good. And then also you get thrown and you just immediately jump. Like see what you do out of, or getting like shined, I guess.
Yeah.
So again, it's not terrible the way it plays out, but it feels like you're not looking at the Falco. Because I feel like at this point where the Sheik, even if like Chris doesn't shine you out of this, you're getting thrown like that, roughly. So what is this Falco gonna do? Oh, like Unga Bunga dare down from top platform. So I like, even disregarding the shine happening, it's like you're kind of not paying attention to. Usually when characters and teams are throwing you, it's like only two things. It's they're throwing you off stage for an edge guard situation, or they're throwing you in a way that their teammate can hit you somehow.
So if I'm getting grabbed, should I be trying to like look to see what else is going on the stage?
Yeah, because when you're getting grabbed, you literally can't act. I mean, you can like, there's situations, I guess, where you want to mash out if they're really just being like grab rest. But there's not a lot of other examples on Marth where, you know, it's like Sheik's combos on Marth off grab are pretty automatic. Up throw, up air from Fox is like something you're thinking about that, but that's sort of not like while you were getting grabbed. That's not when you're putting the SDI in.
Okay, yeah, I guess just the takeaway from this would be when I get grabbed, I should just look to see where anyone, like where everyone else.
Yeah, you get to look at the screen, because you literally can't do anything besides do the DI that should be fairly automatic as far as what character is grabbing you.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume in general DIing up is kind of like an okay way to autopilot it because I know in singles, I'll whenever I get grabbed, I want to focus immediately on like, okay, what direction should I DI in to get out of this? But I guess that's different for doubles.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the specifics of Sheik throwing Marth, but I would imagine at lower percents you want to DI down in a way so that you land faster.
Mm-hmm.
But again, not totally sure.
Right. The main point is
I
looking at
mean,
the
like, yeah,
stage.
this Falco is just clearly going to be trying to hit you here. So
Right.
when you jump, you get hit. You could have maybe shielded here,
I could
and
have
then this
dashed
turn
back.
you could have dashed back. But either way, like either of those things should lead to you like grabbing this Falco
Yeah.
because he's doing high dare on your shield, and then you're in a great position there if you grab this Falco because you get to do single stuff. Your teammate is here, possibly killing Sheik, and
Right.
suddenly the situation turns into like, oh, maybe we get a lot of damage on the Falco and the Sheik dies.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, what happens is kind of nothing.
I don't think the jabs were intentional. I think I messed up.
Yeah, that seems like an input error for sure, but that's
Because
fine.
I,
That's
I think
fair.
it just the dare hitting me like dazed me or something. Like I wasn't aware that I even got hit by a dare.
Yeah, yeah. So this fair grab is the right thing to do, but it's slow. You like watch your character. You see how he's like standing there for a
Oh yeah,
moment.
yeah, yeah. I didn't do it like frame tight at
So
all.
that's just like an execution. I feel like that's fairly basic Marth stuff. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, but that seems like it
I
should
mean,
just be.
when he doesn't CC it, then yeah, it's a true combo.
I am really bad at rewinding. Yeah, I like the dash back though. I think that was reasonable.
Yeah, because Chris was coming in with an up air, and I think I kind of reacted to that. Or, well, he had already come down by that point, but the idea was, okay, well, I want him to be in front again.
It's on 2 seconds. Okay, so when you throw him, I think that throw is fine. I feel like I would have up thrown. Chris's up air is like looking for you to up throw, although I'm not exactly sure if it would have like gotten stuffed by ragdoll frames or not.
It probably
But
would have,
but
actually.
even then, like I feel like you should just throw Spaceys up as Marth, like pretty
In
much at center stage all of the time.
right,
Like
and especially at
or
like 30% that he was at.
or like your teammate would have it'd have to be a situation where like you're here and the fox is here ready to just up smash like stuff like that, you know. But if it's
Right.
just kind of chaotic, I'd probably just up throw every time.
Okay.
I okay, so here this is another situation where it's like you have the right idea and the positioning, but you don't really do anything with it. So all right, your teammate losing neutral, getting platform comboed by Falco,
Mm-hmm.
fine. I don't think you can really meaningfully do anything about this that doesn't just also hit Chris and possibly have him continue to be comboed. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does.
Because you could jump up here and up air, and that's just going to hit both of them, but there's no guarantee that like gets Chris out.
Right. I think what
I
I was
ca-
trying to do is I was trying to forward air like, not turn on off the eraser. I was trying to forward air like here to catch
Mhm.
Roma, but not hit Chris. But I was like, I didn't space it or drift. I was like, my forward air ended up coming out like here instead.
So yeah, let's see what that is.
Because the attempt was there, I just didn't position myself
Yeah,
quite
you're
right.
so you're like the spot where you're deciding like you're deciding to forward air here,
Yep.
which is
When I'm
not
already jumping, yeah.
this hits like Roma running off target switching to you, which he has no reason to do.
Yeah.
But I don't think this fair is like not bad because it doesn't cost you anything.
But I
But
should have been
some
staying on the ground first, right? If I wanted to dash
no,
forward with
I
forward
feel
air.
like so it's not so much that this fair is bad. It's kind of just like what happens after it because I think again this doesn't cost you anything, but it's sort of like you're not like it's a drift control thing for one. It's more this next up air.
Uh huh. Well, it
So
wasn't
that
flopped.
Yeah, you didn't full hop. Even if you did full hop, it's the same problem of you'll like hit this whole platform and you don't really know if that's going to just screw Chris or not.
Mm-hmm.
And more importantly,
Sheik's there. Yep.
crouching chi hidden bullshit. So you like what I would be thinking here is more like, okay, I do this throw. Oh, my teammate's getting comboed. Sheik is on the ledge here. Like, you can, because you can't meaningfully do anything about what's happening on top platform. I feel like this up air, if Chi was faster, he would have just boost grabbed you for it. And then it's a really bad situation because you're in a grab and your teammate is getting comboed. So at least if you're holding the center stage area, if you're just kind of like here, possibly walling this Sheik out and possibly making sure that if the combo up here continues down like this way, that then maybe you can do something with it if it's like, oh, Chris is going to get sent off stage. But I feel like what you do instead is you kind of just, yeah, you like whiff grabs. You do this nair that doesn't really hit anything
Mm-hmm.
or like cover anything. Like you have a really good position here, is what I'm saying. And what you do with it is just sort of like not impactful.
So should I not even bother trying to attack top platform here because like it just puts me at too much of a risk?
Yeah, and I don't think it saves your teammate. It's not
Okay.
like a click. So I kind of have this problem as Puff where, like, let's say my spacey teammate is on. Actually, they don't even have to be a spacey. My teammate is on the side plat getting comboed by a spacey, and I go, oh, spacey on side plat, I'm gonna up air. And I kind of just end up like up airing both of them because you can't aim it when it's like there's that much happening.
Uh-huh.
And then it's like, oh, my teammate is now just continuing like being in this combo state, and I have just done damage to them
Yeah.
while committing to something that maybe if the other opponent is like actionable, they're just gonna hit me then.
Yeah.
Like, so I feel like what you can do here is you can sort of fair in place to make sure Chi doesn't run up and grab you. You can kind of like dash dance here, like non-committally. You can poke with down tilt, I think, is not bad just because it's
Right.
fast. Like all of that, but this like, so you do dash back nair, which loses to Chi just waiting.
Yeah, I think I
And it,
like lost focus on where to put my attention to because I was so focused on top platform because I'm like, oh, my teammate's getting hit, but then it's like, oh, the Sheik's here, so it
see,
was hard for me to
like watch,
focus.
like Chris just gets out of that. So that's
Yeah.
another thing is even if your teammate is getting comboed, especially if it's a Fox, like if it's a 1v1 situation, decent chance he's going to be able to reversal something or that he won't like die for that. He's at
Mm-hmm.
a low enough percent where he's not just dead. And also, if Roma kills him there, at some point it's just like, well, Roma's just insane for doing that.
Uh-huh.
Like you can't stop everything,
Right.
and you especially don't want to do that if it puts you in a position where now you're kind of both not set up. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I think just in general as Marth, not trying to contest top platform when I already have center control is probably a good idea.
Mm-hmm. So I would just kind of hold this center position, and then you just sort of react late on this grab. But now even here, this is not a terrible position. You still have center. Your teammate is still getting comboed, but now it's at least in a spot where you can maybe do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
And you have green team in the corner. Let's see what happens there. So that this is kind of an example of that, right? So you say, oh, or was that what did you do this fair for?
I saw my teammate was getting comboed, so I just wanted to throw
Okay,
something
so
out
this
to hit them.
wasn't to like challenge Sheik on the side platform. This was, oh, Chris is getting comboed.
Yep.
All right, so look what happens.
I hit Chi instead of Falco.
So you hit Chi, but then you hit your teammate, who then gets hit into Falco doing more moves.
Right, but this also kind of goes back to me talking before about how I can't be afraid of me hitting my teammate.
Yes.
So I did hit him right, and it did kind of lead into him getting comboed more. But it's like I wasn't trying to get. I'm glad I went for the fair and didn't hesitate. Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, I get that. Sometimes So this is like a meat thing that I think is insane that no Marths around this level really do in teams. Is like in this situation where your teammate is getting team comboed, rather than trying to like swat Chi or Roma, or even like intentionally hitting Chris to get him out of the combo. Sometimes Grant will just like run all the way through and grab Falco.
Really?
Because what Chi is thinking is like, oh, she's like trying to do this. Like, oh, I got to stop the Marth coming, or like hit the Fox, like that kind of stuff. And Roma is not looking at you. Roma's thinking, I need to, kill this right here. I
Uh-huh.
need to keep doing spacey things. So you can kind of just like imagine if you had just run through right here and grabbed Roma.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been free, pretty much.
You could have killed him, like, and it's hard to like see this kind of stuff, but I just wanted to point that out because I do think that is really good for Marth. Like, typically Marths and teams are sort of like, okay, I stay behind my carry, I fare a lot, I down tilt, I combo off their openings and sort of swat everything if it's like getting bad. But I really think these kind of like burst playmaker things, especially on Spaceys, just because you can like destroy them
Oh
very
yeah.
quickly, are quite good. So
Right. I
that's
never
that's
considered that an
something
option.
that's
Hmm.
something to think about. You have to be confident in your execution and your ability to actually kill Roma here off this grab. But I do feel like that's like Marth stuff.
Yeah, it's just it never occurred to me because typically when I'm trying to like, I just didn't think about like running past my teammate who's gotten comboed and trying to grab Roma. Like I haven't tried it yet, so I can't actually confirm like, oh well, it's too obvious that I'm running in towards them or not because I don't know yet.
Hmm. Okay. Well, something to think about though.
Right.
All right. So the way this develops, you dash back. This ended up working out, but again, you're like slow out of the up air. Like you kind of just do this up air. Like I don't know.
I don't think it was a good up air to begin with. I think it's a thing I need to not do as Marth. Really. I was just in a spot where I realized I shouldn't have been jumping when I was in the middle of the air, so I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna come down with up air because it kind of
So
works.
so so that feels then like, okay, why did you jump here?
I guess I wanted a forward air a little bit too much.
Who did you want to forward air?
The Falco.
Okay, watch the Falco then. So if you had forward aired this Falco, it's like your teammate is getting comboed among this. You're not really spaced for the forward air very well. What do you want to get off that forward air?
Just hitting him off my teammate, I suppose. Again, I wasn't like too focused in that particular moment.
Okay, so there's another aspect of teams, I think, at this level is like most teams don't have these like devastating 2v1 combos that will just like kill your teammate instantly.
Mm-hmm.
Even higher up, that doesn't really happen. So if your teammate is like, okay, he maybe like Roma messed up there, but maybe he gets shined one more time.
Oh, I could have grabbed him. God dang it.
That's another thing, right? You can just grab.
uh,
You can down tilt. Like I haven't seen you down tilt yet. I know we're 18 seconds into this game, but like that's a really good tool. I feel like you're jumping a lot
yeah, I definitely am jumping too
when in
much.
situations where you could just be grounded.
Yup.
I think this throw is fine because of like you're just throwing into whatever. I'm not really sure why Chris tries to full hop drill here, but
Maybe because he saw me grab and he's like, I can help him or something like that. I don't know.
yeah, I mean, this is just whatever. I think
Mm-hmm.
this is fine. And then here's another example. So there's like, oh, throw, chaos. What? I got hit. What's your default instinct here was
Jump.
to short hop, which is
Oh
like
man.
maybe that's an accident, maybe that's not the
No,
input
that's
you wanted.
definitely no. That's actually like just a terrible habit. I just tend to jump when I don't know what the fuck's going on because I apparently feel comfortable when I'm in the air, which is really weird considering I'm playing as Marth.
Yeah. So like I don't know. Don't do that. There's a lot of other things you could do here. Even if your like in teams, especially in these scramble things, if your default is like I'm just gonna hold shield, not the best thing in the world, but I think significantly better than just like empty hopping with no plan.
Right. I mean, I also don't like shielding too much because then I feel like I really restrict my movement. So I feel just staying grounded and trying to maybe dash dance a bit more would help.
Well, but you have to like yes, you don't want to restrict your movement, but another side of that is you just need to be more comfortable moving out of shield.
Right.
Like you can use shield in teams. So in singles it's like if you're shielding, it's you're stuck in shield and your opponent does moves around you, mixes up your shield, catches your out of shield option, whatever.
Yeah.
In teams, you're blocking not just for yourself, but for another person, as well as like the way you move out of shield is not there's one person waiting for you to move out of shield. Like there's other things happening.
Mm-hmm.
So getting comfortable, like rolling and dashing out of that, wave dashing and dashing out of that, doing instant aerials out of shield, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think is like you have to learn how to do that, and like shielding is just too good. I guess
I
to
don't
say
think
I don't.
about rolling out of shield enough either. Like rolling and wave dashing out of shield are not things that I try to think about too much.
Those are definitely things worth practicing. So, what I would do as like a solo practice thing, if I were in your position, is I'd say, okay, what are literally all of the things I can do out of shield? Let's say like 2 action sequences.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just try to list them. What are all of the things? Like it doesn't matter if they're good. We'll deal with that later. But what are all the things you can do out of shield?
Roll, spot dodge, short hop, wave dash out of shield.
Okay.
Are we talking about attacks here or just movement?
Everything you can do out of shield.
I can nair out of shield. I can forward air out of shield. I can up air out of shield. Dare out of shield. Back air out of shield. Up B out of shield. Counter out of shield.
Which, by the way, up B out of shield, especially on a stage like this, sort of underrated in teams. I think it's a lot safer than in singles. You just go to top platform. It's fast. It's a little more niche, but I'm glad you brought that up because I think like no one will do that.
Yeah, the only time I ever think about doing up B out of shield in singles at least is when someone does something laggy on my shield and they're at a high percent where up B would kill them straight up. Doing it in doubles just never comes to mind, so I could probably keep that in mind as well. And then there's up smash out of shield.
Okay. You're forgetting one very important thing.
Oh, I already said roll. I said spot dodge, I think.
Yep, said spot dodge.
I don't know what I'm missing.
Grab.
Oh, grab. Yeah, shield grab.
You can grab. So, of the things you listed, back air out of shield, up air out of shield, I think it's pretty safe to say you don't have to worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Up smash out of shield, same thing. But what I would do is I would go in shield and I would practice having like both just doing it to start. So do like wave dash out of shield, dash back, nair out of shield, dash back, roll out of shield, instant aerial, like double fair out of shield. Like just do those things and then have a CPU hit your shield and try to do it out of the shield stun.
Right.
So you feel comfortable like maneuver, like you're saying shielding restricts your movement, but that doesn't have to be entirely the case. You can be comfortable doing these things.
True. Right.
From shield.
And that's both with Cheek and Marth too. It's not.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Thing.
Yeah, that's just like a general control your character thing. So like you do this nair, which is fine. Yeah, that's all right. I like that. You're grabbing the ledge way too early.
Yeah, I did that before in the
exhibition. I have this bad habit too, where I'm just like ledge, but like look where Sheik is.
She's too high.
Even if she was like, I'm going straight to ledge, I don't give a fuck. She can't get there that fast.
No.
So, what you could be doing is you stand here ready to grab the ledge, are ready to deal with Sheik. But then let's say that, your teammate, he up smashes Falco, which was weird, but let's say he had back aired Falco and Falco goes here. Oh, well, if you're in position, then you swap Falco back and you have, a ping pong team combo.
So,
And maybe you still have time to do something about Sheik. Like,
hmm.
again, it's sort of you're in a good position here.
Because
Like
I was
right
also
here.
thinking about potentially going off stage and trying to hit Sheik, but that's probably you bring up the good point that me staying right here would
Mm-hmm.
help if Falco were to come over here. Because if I'm
Right.
all the
Because,
way
yeah,
out here, I can't do that.
you can't do anything. Yeah, if you're on the ledge, you can't do anything.
Uh huh.
Because then
Okay.
you're like, oh, I get off ledge and then Sheik gets the ledge. Maybe I'm not even fast enough. So,
Okay.
just like you have a good position here. You don't have to like do something immediately with that. Just literally being in that position is great. A lot of what Marth does in teams is it's like the threat of him swinging versus him actually swinging.
Okay, so would you say a good reaction point here is like once I've nared Chi and he's over here now.
Mm-hmm.
Like so once I realize okay, he's kind of far away. Normally in singles I would try to like edge guard, grab ledge or like do whatever my singles thing is here. But it's like,
Yeah.
well, I've sent him far away. Now I should be looking for my teammate and Falco or seeing what's going on here and trying
Yeah,
to like
because
keep
yeah,
Chi in my
because
peripheral.
yeah. So this is sort of a general thing in teams. A lot of singles edge guards are these protracted, drawn out, iterated interactions that take time.
Uh-huh.
So, like, example, Puff edge guarding Falcon. It's not just like a bam bam he's dead. Uh the counterexample to this is Fox Shining, which is part of why that's so good because it's just
Mhm.
quick and you can just do it and kill them and then do something else. But most characters in most situations when they edge guard in singles, it takes time. And time is a really important resource in teams. So a lot
Mhm.
of the time when you hit someone off stage, you want to use that time to evaluate what's going on elsewhere because it might be a better use of your frames at that point to like team combo the Falco, let's say. That's not
Yeah.
what's happening here, but for example.
Would it be a good idea to like I'm almost kind of over exaggerate doing that? So like anytime I hit anybody off stage, I don't even bother trying to edge guard them. I just immediately try to help my teammate in the 2v1.
So I think generally yes, but I do think that having that as a hard and fast rule is bad and that so a lot of people like as a Puff player, most of what I deal with in teams is the other team saying, "We're going to hit Puff away and we're going to ignore Puff and we're going to 2v1 her teammate." And what that does is that lets me do whatever I want. So
Mhm.
they're like, we're going to ignore Puff and just 2v1 her teammate. So it's like, okay, I got put in a situation where Fox could have killed me at 70, but he gave it up to go 2v1 my teammate. And now I get to come back and kill one of them for comboing my teammate because they're not paying attention to me.
Okay, so it's a
So there's a
little
balance of like, let's say that you had got a hit on Sheik and Sheik was like here somehow. I don't know.
uh-huh.
You should just F smash.
Right.
Then Sheik gets launched and then you like evaluate what's going to happen.
Right. Yeah, I'm not
So
saying like literally every time I barely hit someone off stage, I'm like, "Oh, well, no edge guard for me. I'm going to
yeah,
go help
so
my
it,
teammate."
it is a balancing act, but I would say most of the time it is better to 2v1 than do an edge guard unless you feel very, very confident that you can kill them now.
Right. So it's
Or do something to
okay.
buy you time. Like F smashing might not kill, but it buys you time.
So it's okay if like they have to use all the resources to get back to ledge because they take to actually get back there. By the time they get back, like Falco probably is dying or something. Something's
Yeah,
probably
or
bad
or,
happened
e-
to
or
him.
even you could make him take 80 damage. So like, what's a better use of your time? Doing 80 damage to Falco or hitting Sheik off stage one more time
Yeah.
and then having to play and your teammate maybe gets reversal during that time and you literally can't do anything about it. So there
Right.
is like I really want to emphasize that it's not like never edge guard people, never go for kills, but the weight on it is a lot different than in singles.
Yeah,
Like if
I
you're
get
not
it.
super confident, you should just try to 2v1 most of the time.
Yeah, I think it's just having the reaction point of, oh, they've been sent off far enough to where they have to use multiple resources to get back. I should try to do something besides just trying to edge guard them because I haven't adapted that into my game plan in doubles yet.
Sure. So does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, that'll make sense to me.
All right. So that's that. That up air. I don't know what you're trying to up air.
I think it was an input error.
Okay. So now this is kind of the opposite situation, or the inverse, I should say. Clearly, green team is off stage.
Both of them, yeah.
They're split up. They are off stage. There is no possibility of team comboing anyone.
Right.
You cannot do anything to this Sheik.
Right.
Sheik could try to drift here. ckChris could jump off and kill himself, and you could run here, and you would not be able to interact meaningfully.
Uh-huh.
So, what should you be doing?
Trying to edgeguard Falco.
Yes, and I feel like you don't look at him or pay any attention to what's happening.
Yeah, let me see this situation play out again. Like, I short hop to kind of prime myself, which is, again, a dumb habit. Do I dash forward after I do that short hop?
I think you do nothing.
Let me see it play out. Like, all the way, like past the situation. Okay, yeah, I do just kind of short hop in place twice, and I don't.
Like, you should have Falco here. You should be... Okay, my teammate hit Sheik this way. I can't do anything about that. He's Fox. He's probably going to kill them. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Falco's here. Now this becomes solely a singles interaction.
Right, yeah.
Because there is no meaningful way that you can engage with the other team, with the Sheik with your teammate, and there is no way your teammate can really meaningfully engage with the Falco either.
Yeah, I'm
so
not
like
really
you
sure
you
what I
should
was
just be looking
here.
at like, you know, Falco's going to do this. What resources does he have? I don't know if he has a jump here actually, so that's hard. But like the thing you do does nothing.
Right.
Like almost anything would have been more effective. And instead this happens, and what Chris has to do then. So watch what Chris does. He's in a position to edgeguard the Sheik. And then he has to drop that because he sees, oh, you lost. Like, look what he does. So this is kind of the example I was trying to show you earlier.
Mm-hmm.
See how he just holds that position? He just runs here and sits here, where it's like, okay, I could come here and edgeguard the Sheik. I have time to do that. Or if my teammate is in trouble, I can, you know, get involved there.
Oh, so he puts himself in the middle. Okay.
And that's what he ends up doing, is he's like, oh, my teammate's in trouble, so I gotta kill the... And he's still, like, look what he still is able to do to the Sheik. He's, like, a little slow, but he still gets there and is putting pressure on Sheik. Part of it is, yeah, it's Fox. Fox is stupid. But your ground speed is still really good, and even as Marth, like, you have time to kind of... You don't have to sit at the edge waiting to edgeguard someone if there's something else you could be doing.
Right.
However, if there is nothing else you can be doing, like very, very clearly nothing else you can be doing, then you should be focusing on killing Falco. So you get this kill on Falco because of ckChris's awareness, which is good. So more empty short hops. Not exactly sure what you're hoping these will do, because again... Like, okay, so let's look at this first one.
Just keep in mind, it's just a bad Marth habit that I really need to work on.
Yeah, like, just take a minute to look at this. You've decided to short hop here. Can't possibly hit Falco. Can't, like, I can't even come up with a situation where Sheik could get hit by you doing a move here.
Well, yeah, because I'm jumping. Like, I need to get back to the ground.
Exactly. So what I would do here is I would run up here and probably crouch. So that you can CC the ragdoll frames if Sheik does this. And if Sheik does this, you kill her.
Oh, because I was definitely thinking of just running up and just straight up down tilting and not caring.
That's not bad either, but that's also fine. To just say, I don't care what Sheik does, I'm just going to run it. Like, run up down tilt's just good. So that's also reasonable. But does it make sense why... You don't need to be, like, waiting here, because I'm assuming these short hops are a way to wait.
Yeah, in a way.
You don't have to do that there. You can be more... You can take more initiative. So, Because, yeah, you could have killed Sheik there. And instead your teammate dies.
I
Or
actually jumped twice. Wow. Yeah, that was not helpful at all.
kind of late on this F smash. Sort of just, like, desperate. Like, I hope he
Yeah.
fucks up something. Kind of lucky. Well, unlucky there. But it's lucky that, like, you got hit onto the ledge because it's like, oh, maybe I can do something about Sheik. But then you clearly didn't intend
Oh,
to.
yeah,
And
I SD. Yeah.
yeah, so that just sucks. All right, what do you do with your invul? So I have mixed feelings about staggered invul. Some people think it's 100% the thing you should always do, no matter what. Uh, I actually don't know. I think this is something that if you're going to static with Chris, you should talk about, though. Like,
Okay.
which one of us goes first? What are we looking for off double invul? Because it's double invul, right? You're both invincible for 2 seconds. So that can lead into, like, okay, Chris is going to just run down and try to grab the Sheik and up throw up air and kill her. And then what I do is I come in later intending to grab the Falco and then chain grab him or whatever.
Right.
Like you can, especially if you weren't going to static with someone, I wouldn't mention this, but because you're intending to static with Chris, I do think this is something you should talk about.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely
Like,
try to
have a
mention it to
plan.
him.
It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's something that falls in the realm of, like, all right, like, real teammate coordination. Now we have the luxury of being able to do that.
Right. I remember talking about this with Hennessy before, where, like, I think as kind of a way to start, Ian told us, like, it'd be a good idea if you just had Hennessy go down first and then I go down to follow up after him.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't really talk about it, like, too much. We were just kind of like, okay, well, we should stagger our invincibilities like that. We didn't really have, like, just a discussion between ourselves, so I could definitely do that with Chris.
Yeah. So let's see what you guys do. So you get, okay. And this is kind of, it's clear you're not very coordinated here.
Mm-hmm.
But you do get the kill on Chi, which is good. And your teammate's not in a terrible position after that, but it is sort of scary that it's like, Fox off stage. Like, the point is this, like, you need to have a plan here so that this does, literally what happens, that you both tried to
Yeah,
kill
we
Chi.
both tried to kill She. I need to. So I think a good way to solve this problem is just when I tell Chris, like, I should just, when we're both on the Angel platform, I'll say I want to kill Sheik. I just need to tell him what I'm thinking of doing, and just
Sure,
communicate that with him.
That works too. Yeah.
Because we're both, none of us have headphones in or anything when we're playing, so we can talk to each other. It's just like, as long as he knows, hey, I'm gonna kill Sheik, like, or maybe he'll tell me I'm gonna try to kill Sheik. Like, I think that would work fine if we're both on the Angel platform, because then, like, this situation that just happened doesn't actually happen. Because I don't think he was aware that I was gonna just try to invincibly F smash Sheik.
Yeah. All right. So, what happens next? This is a weird F smash, but the fact that it knocks down, you should be ready to tech chase or something out of this.
Oh yeah.
So you just kind of cover nothing.
I do
or you cover like you hard cover roll away with something that is not the best way to cover hard cover roll away.
Right, because I jump again with back to the dumb jumping habit.
Yeah. Okay, that was fine. So that kind of jump is okay because of sort of how you're interacting with Falco, where it's like, oh, I can react to you doing that.
Yeah.
Grabbing there is totally fine because of the risk reward. I think if you get a grab here, you can literally kill him.
So for your to grab.
Well, because you do a grab here and it whiffs, but I'm saying, like, even though it whiffs, I think the risk reward is totally fine.
Oh yeah.
Because so I mean I know big brain spacey mains are like, oh, you know, Marths and dumb floaties, all they do is spam grab, but, like, it's because of the risk reward. Like, it's just good. If you get this grab, it's like a stock, possibly. Down throw, down tilt at the ledge, in really good positioning where your teammate was in between you.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, obviously don't just spam grab, but spamming grab is kind of good. I mean, it's just sort of the reality of Marth versus Spaceys.
Okay.
Anyway, though, like, uh,
I don't think the F. Well, the F tilt. I don't know. You didn't talk about
this
F tilt. I'm gonna mention it.
this is a good example of you like going for the edge guard in a situation where you can't meaningfully 2v1, so it's like reasonable. But
Mm-hmm.
then you're at this point, I'm guessing you messed with tech skill here. Once you see this Falco up here, you can then jump and go for like team combo stuff. It is kind of scary with Sheik right there.
Oh yeah, the down smash was not what I wanted.
Yeah, it's fine.
Ugh. It always takes me
Yeah.
so long to realize I'm getting hit and I should do something defensively to get out of getting hit. And then I've missed tech like 3 times, and then I'm rolling off a platform into getting hit one more time. Ugh. So hard to
Like
work on defense.
so this is a situation where I feel like this up tilt's fine. This one. Why you're not buffering shield though, I'm not sure.
Because I'm not paying attention to the Sheik.
Because like maybe Sheik grabs you there, fine. That she won RPS. Shield beats like down smash, F tilt, jab, her like naring at you, jumping. You can like that's a mix up then. And you're like you shielding is not just about you here; it's about your teammate. So, situation happens, your teammate's getting fucked up. Okay, you hit Falco. Oh, sorry, I was puzzled earlier. Platform stuff. You hit your teammate off stage here. Your teammate's off stage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Chris needs to recover. The last thing you want is for Sheik to like hit you and then be able to jump up and like cover a recovery option.
Uh-huh.
So you shielding here is not just I don't want to get hit, but like you're blocking for your teammate. Does that make sense?
Right, but I can't prime myself to shield if I'm not paying attention to where Sheik is. I'm looking at Falco right here.
Okay, yeah, so that's an issue. You can't do anything about Falco here.
Right. I need to, again, that's a singles thing that I need to work on in doubles.
All right. So it ends up being okay. I think this is all fine. It's good that you're confident to like go for these swings off stage, though. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ledge hop up air probably not the play. So I think get up attacks from ledge are kind of underrated in teams because in singles they're usually really telegraphed and laggy and bad. But it's like a way to put out an invincible hitbox off the ledge. So this isn't like a bad place for it. You know, you do get up attack and it's like hits this shield, maybe hits your teammate, maybe hits Sheik, but this is already like just a chaotic situation that you can't. Like, you don't want to get hit
adding
off
to the
stage.
chaos.
Yeah,
but,
I mean,
but I'm on stage
like,
at least.
It's like it's something to think about. Just like people don't do get up attack from ledge, but I think in teams it actually has a lot of
right. Because if I get hit from doing an aerial from ledge, then I have no double jump, and I am just probably dead.
Right. Yeah.
And so I'm dead here.
Because what happens is you get hit off. Which this is absolutely what you don't want, and it sucks because it's Falco shield pressure, so you can't do a lot. And then your teammate tries to do a lot. He misses an L cancel here, I believe, is why that fair hits. I'm not sure. I'm actually pretty bad at identifying that.
He missed an L cancel.
But then also, like, so you get ledge, and what do? You jump and you get down. Like, you don't have to. That didn't have to happen.
I didn't have to act immediately.
And if you did, you should have done an aerial. Like, you can do invincible fair from ledge, but that's another thing I'd practice, like ledge stuff. Invincible fair from ledge, invincible nair from ledge, ledge dash shield, short like wave land on stage, F smash, no impact land, F smash, double jump refresh, up B refresh. Apparently, dropping from ledge instant side B is like reverse side B is okay. That was actually something Drug Fox was doing at Pound when he played Marth. Seems really weird, but
like he'd side B away from the stage.
Yeah, so he would like drop ledge and side B this way, like immediately.
What would he do after that?
I don't know. It struck me as bizarre, but like,
because I mean,
it's
I
it's
understand doing
invincible.
that. Yeah, I understand doing that to the left, like to towards stage, but not away. Because then you have to like double jump and turn. Like you would have to double jump and then like bear or something, and it's a really awful, awkward spot. So that doesn't sound right to me. Maybe I'd have to ask him myself.
One second.
I get your point though.
All right. So yeah, rough stuff there. This is fine because your teammate's at 0.
Yeah.
It's not super clean, but like whatever. That's
Again, I just use my invincibility to kill someone who's at high percent.
yeah.
And again, I could have
is
communicated that.
which is reasonable. Little bit like Chris kind of misplayed this, I think, because it's clear that. So obviously, yes, the ideal is Fox in front, Marth behind, but the reality of how this game plays out is you can't always do that. I think what's really important, especially when you're staticking, is being comfortable when the positions are reversed and not feeling like, oh, we have to get back to that position at the sacrifice of like good stuff right now.
Right.
So when this happens, you're doing the right thing. I think Chris trying to run under you and do something is like not good.
Mm-hmm.
But you also fail to like hit the Sheik here.
Yeah.
So this seems to me like a clear, just like drift all the way in fair or something, or up air or nair. Like you just want to hit Sheik. You don't have to think about
platform, right?
Yeah, but it's also because like you could have hit her.
I know.
You could have fared.
Right. That's another thing that's like I need to work on reacting to seeing that, oh, they are going to land on the platform, and I have to react to the option that they do when they touch the platform. Because I always think I can up air before they touch it when that's not
absolutely
actually true.
This is actually pretty good to just F smash. This is a really bad needle by Chi though. Like it's just negative on hit, and he does like I think he could have even shielded, and he just does nothing. So
let it
that's
play out
fine.
a little bit more, so I can see the needle.
Oh, the needle.
Yeah, it like QGG, like it's kind of delayed a little bit on my end for a second.
Oh.
I'm looking for this needle. Oh, that needle. Yeah, okay. I see what you mean, because he was on the ground when he did it. I was expecting an aerial needle.
Yeah,
he was
you
way
held
too
down,
close.
which is fine.
Yeah.
I think waiting here is okay because of the Sheik respawning. You could just be really aggressive here and jump at the Falco.
He's
Not
only
the worst
at 5,
thing.
though.
Yeah, but like I think playing it safe is fine.
Yeah, that was another thing that Hennessy like kept saying is like, watch out for the invincible person that's just spawning now.
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of where I remembered that. Oh yeah, Sheik's invincible. I probably shouldn't get hit by her.
Yeah. Okay. Better. So just sort of the way you generally played this situation is better. Like, you're in a good position. Can't really meaningfully interact with Falco. You're kind of edge guarding Sheik, but you don't want to fully commit to it, so you just sort of wait. But going to side plat, like, I don't actually know. I don't know if that's like good or bad in Marth Sheik, so I won't comment on that. But yeah. And then this F smash though is like you're like hard reading a bad ledge dash and like doing it too early.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't really reactive, or yeah, I wasn't thinking too well. I just kind of just did it in hopes that, because I think I'm used to Cheeks trying to like double jump forward air from ledge, and that's probably why I did that timing, because if he did full drift forward double jump forward air from ledge, he would have definitely gotten killed.
But if he does that, it doesn't hit you. Like, look where you are.
I know. That's exactly why I'm play. It's like you play bad Sheiks, and you're like, oh, this is a thing Sheiks do, right? No.
Yeah, but you could, even though they do that, you can react to it.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be, like, primed for it, but...
Right. You see, I don't have a reaction point set up for this. I just do it. So, gotta have that reaction point worked on.
Yeah. Um.
Eh.
Should up throw.
I was more wondering, like, if I should have helped. I did the F throw because I wanted to help get
Isn't
Chia.
isn't up throw faster?
It
I don't
might be.
actually know.
It's.
You should figure out what your fastest throw is, if only to like.
I mean,
No,
I
because
also
there are.
pummeled.
Yeah, don't pummel.
Could have just instantly up thrown and just dashed.
I think pressuring Sheik on the ledge there is fine. Like the way you did that was fine. It could have been a little better. How does Chris get comboed here? All right, so this is sort of Chris's fault. Like they're positioned very well for it. That
He just does
sucks.
too many attacks in place. Is that
Well,
why?
look, watch what he does. So okay, just to confirm for me, where is the video pause for you?
546.74.
Okay, yeah, so it's just like lagging a little bit. So
Yeah.
Chris gets here and he rolls in, and watch what he does after that.
He up tilts on his shield and then jabs.
He's sort of in a bad position, but like he's not looking at Sheik at all.
Uh huh. Yeah, he's focused on Falco.
But at the same time, you're in a bad like this kind of sucks because you can't do too much here, but you also don't do a good ledge option. You do like yeah, you just sort of run into Sheik naring at you, and it sucks
Oh
getting
yeah.
battlefielded. But yeah, so that happens. More double invincibility, a little more coordinated at least, but not. Like yeah, I don't think you should be up airing. I think you should be looking to grab Falco.
Hmm.
So you're invincible, right? He can't shine your grab. The up air doesn't really do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is fine. That was just I think he kind of just like crouched your stuff. Is what it
Mm-hmm.
is. Uh.
Nah.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, Roma did Roma things.
Jeez. All right. So everyone's killing themselves. I like that Nair, but I feel like again, Nair grab here should just be like second nature as a Marth main. I
On
think.
Roma.
Yeah, as an outsider who does not play the character, and maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, it just feels like if I were playing Marth and I auto cancel Nair to Falco, I would just grab on landing every single time.
It just depends on if they CC. You have to worry about the CC option because if you don't worry
On
about
the Nair?
CC, on
Well,
yeah
look how
on well, let me see what the Nair looks like.
you hit him in the air.
Oh, when he's in the air, yeah. I'm talking about he's on the ground. Yeah, you're right. If I nair him in the air like that and he just goes towards where I can grab him, yeah, I should just grab him immediately. I literally have
Like
frame advantage.
just not even like thinking about that. I would just autopilot do
Pilot,
that
yeah.
just because it's good if it works, and if it doesn't, like. Okay, there's that up air again. So you do this like short hop falling up air a lot, which works out here for. Just does not strike me as that.
Yeah, it's like it's me trying to hit someone that's behind me. Because like I don't want to back air because if I back air at that specific distance, the back air won't tip her and it's not very good. Plus, it's just really laggy and bad.
What about dare?
Yeah, I don't think to dare. I probably dare's probably a better option, but I don't think to dare.
Okay. Um, so this happens. This fair you get on Chi is good, but it's like you're not ready for it to happen. So you've just hit Chi with fair. What do you think you should do?
And I hit him in the air, probably grab.
Okay, well you get dash attacked.
Well, because I don't grab fast enough.
Yeah, so it's
Yep.
fair grab.
It was like me doing that bad habit thing where I short hop and try to like reactively forward air. Like I zone forward airs and then don't know what to do and actually hit with them. It's that thing. That's why I don't immediately just go for something right afterwards.
Mm-hmm. So here's my impressions of how this game played out. Chris did a lot of really good carry stuff initially, and you were kind of in good positions but didn't react fast enough or gave up good positions for like no real reason. And then what starts to happen towards the end of the game is Chris gets 2v1 pretty hard, and it's not because like you weren't able to get him out of 2v1s, but because you didn't punish even if he's getting 2v1. So this is just a reality of teaming with Fox. Your Fox is going to get fucked up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's like most teams' game plan against Foxes. We're going to 2v1 him 7 times and kill him and fuck his teammate. We don't care.
Uh-huh.
Part of mitigating that is not necessarily directly like, I need to save my teammate every time he's getting team comboed, but more like, I need to kill the other team whenever I get a chance so that they have that time where they like literally cannot be 2v1ing because one of them is dying. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
You can't necessarily like beat them 2v1ing your teammate by stopping them from 2v1ing your teammate. You just have to offset it by killing them.
And just, so like it's like
preventing the
almost.
situation. So yes. Like not all the time, of course, but sometimes you just can't meaningfully get Fox out of those situations, especially as Marth, where like you're kind of just hitting everyone, and a lot of the times that just means Fox continues to get comboed.
Right. So like I can view it as, oh, you might be getting a lot of damage on my teammate, but now I'm going to get a lot of damage on you.
Yeah, or
Because
like or
you're exposing
kill
yourself.
you, right? So there,
Mm-hmm.
that point, I'll just go back to that one thing, then we can wrap up. This right here, Nair grab. Look at this position. Imagine you had grabbed Falco here.
Mm-hmm.
So Chris would have done tech in place, or I think maybe missed tech neutral get up. Yeah, no, he tech in place. So you do Nair grab. Let's say you grab Falco here. Chris is going to tech in place, so if you forward throw Falco, no problem. Chris will just run over and deal with Sheik. Green team, split up. Falco's going to go here. Your teammate is in between green team. He can deal with Sheik. Yes, Sheik is at 0, but he can meaningfully kind of wall her out in ways, or at least
So why
shield.
not up throw Falco here?
I guess you could also up throw. I feel
Okay.
like I would forward throw to get him off stage because you kind of want to just gimp him. I don't play Marth. I don't know what the like optimal thing to do there is, but like think about what changes in this game if you're able to do that. You grab Falco and maybe you up throw him and like up throw Nair him off stage or forward throw down till I don't know.
Okay.
But you get Falco in a situation where he has to recover. Chi is all the way over here, and your teammate is in between you. Worst case scenario, you kill Falco and he kills Black Chris, and now you get to play a 1v1 versus Chi with like a slight percent deficit, which is much better than playing a 1v2 versus 2 characters that weren't at very high percent.
Right.
So even though the way the rest of this plays out is like Chris kind of just gets hit a lot, a little weird up smash.
Yeah.
That was a weird up smash too. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. So.
Yeah, I was definitely, when I was going back through watching this, I was like, there's a lot of up smashes from Chris that just got him hit.
But I mean, this game, like for all, like think about what happens if you change those few things and like the difference in damage and stocks that they like. There's kind of small things, right?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
So that's what I would focus on is like. So let's break this down into sort of 2 halves. One half is just literally technically controlling your character and feeling comfortable.
Right.
You said you don't want your movement restricted, but that doesn't mean don't shield. That means be comfortable doing all of your different types of movement. So practice acting out of shield, doing. I would say the important things are grab, nair, fair, down air, and like wave dash.
Mm-hmm. Grab, nair, fair.
There's
What else
other
in wave
stuff you
dash?
can down air
Okay.
and wave, like just those are like the important ones. That doesn't mean don't do the other stuff, but like that if
Right.
you only have limited time, I'd focus on.
Right. Right.
Uh, and then I don't really know how else to categorize this other than like bread and butter Marth stuff. So like nair grab, fair down tilt dash back. I mean, there's like an endless list of this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but I would make sure you can do all of those things because the more comfortable you are with it, the you won't feel as restricted. Like I'm just stuck in shield.
Right, and I can set up a CPU in 20XX to just jump or whatever and just practice doing that.
Yeah. And then so that's one category, just like grinding tech skill. The other one would be more conceptual. Stop doing empty short hops,
Mm-hmm.
or like I don't want to say 100% stop doing it, but
But
try not to
stay
have that be your
grounded.
default.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay more grounded. So maybe this means practicing being comfortable dash dancing and doing things out of dash
Right.
dance.
Right. Because
Being comfortable.
I was saying because when I play Marth and friendlies, I'll go back and watch myself and I'm like, wow, I really just don't dash dance like at all. I literally just do like one dash in, dash out, and then I would like try to whiff punish everything instead of just actually dash dancing. Because then when I see an example of me actually dash dancing and getting a grab out of it, it's like, wow, why don't I just do that more? So I see the point though, yeah.
All right. Um, and then also just in that category, like holding positions, and looking for. I mean, I guess you could broadly categorize this as like screen watching, target switching stuff, which
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to like practice that on your own, but it's something to be aware of. You don't want to think too hard about all this. Usually, making a decent decision fast is better than making the best decision slow,
Okay.
but it is something to be aware of as far as like maybe you can't do anything about the Sheik off stage right now, so you focus 100% of your attention on edge guarding Falcon. Or maybe you hit the Sheik off stage and the attention and time you would have to commit to guaranteeing that edge guard would be better used team comboing the Falco with your teammate.
Right. Right.
All
Okay.
right, so that's all I had there. Anything else?
Yeah, I mean that gives me a lot to kind of work off of, both kind of with singles and with doubles specifically. But I think um, what I'd like to do next is I'd like to probably try to get with Chris and just kind of talk to him about some of the stuff we went over.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, he's actually in chat right now. He said my up smashes are ass confirmed. LOL, I was panicky.
Yeah, so maybe talk to Chris about this stuff too.
Right, cool. Yeah, cuz I guess like if you wanted to give like some advice for Chris specifically, then that would also be helpful, I would assume.
So I didn't watch it from Chris's perspective too much.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I don't know. I think like you guys should now kind of just like game plan if you're intending to do to team more frequently
Right. I do
and go
think
from there. So
having a
obviously Chris is experienced and he's pretty good at teams and he understands sort of like how he wants to play with his character.
mm-hmm.
So that stuff I would assume that's more kind of just like locked in for him at this point. And like team stuff is going to be a lot of like or the specific team stuff involving him is like communicating with you about what are we doing with our invul, like who is like the really kind of the only thing that came up was that one situation where he ran through you to try to like be in front to hit the Sheik when you missed.
Right.
So again, generally you want Fox in front, and if you have the time to switch positions, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
But don't focus solely on that if you find yourself in a position with Martha. Like you have to be comfortable playing that for you and for him.
Right.
He will be behind you sometimes. That's just how it
Yeah,
will
I think it's
happen.
just a bit of a miscommunication where like, oh, since I'm in front, now I can play because I'm fine with playing aggressively and being the one to kind of initiate attacking. It's just like I don't want my teammate to be like literally right behind me, like dashing in at the same time, trying to go for the exact same things that I am.
Yeah, 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 definitely.
So yeah, that's just something I'll probably just discuss with him.
All right, cool. All right, well, best of luck.
Yeah, thank you very much for helping.
Talk to you later.
See ya.